Well, Calgary's Olympic dreams getting a boost from a new City Commission poll. It shows 53% of people contacted support the 2026 Olympic Winter Games bid. And the biggest reason why? It would be the benefit to the economy. That compares to 33% opposed to our city hosting the Games. And of those who oppose the Games, 73% responded saying cost and taxes are the biggest concern. 500 Calgarians took part in the survey, which was conducted from July 23rd to 29th. And Danielle Smith from 770 CHQR joins us this morning to continue the conversation on this story. And Danielle, we're looking at it, I mean, this is the 500 sort of sample size that they're looking at in terms of the number of people polled. Is this reliable?
It's not bad. I mean, you find out on election night, right? Sometimes they're able to call elections in particular ridings with a very tiny number of people because it gives sort of a sense of the trend. That's why we look at polls and we look at the plus minus to see how accurate they are. 500 is not bad for a city the size of Calgary when you consider that often we have national polls that only have 800 people sampled. So it looks like it's legitimate, and especially when you look at the results. And it seems to mirror what I've observed in the call-in segments that we do on the Olympics. About a third of people, hardcore support. They were there the moment they said, yes, we want to go for this. And then about 25%, about a quarter of people say, there's nothing you can do to convince me. And then there's a group in the middle that are open to being convinced if you put some good facts on the table. So that's, I think, what the city was trying to get at is what is the baseline view of where people are at? What information do they need to either get to yes or get to no and make the decisions on it? But I think the city has their work cut out for them in trying to satisfy some of the concerns. Yeah. Most of the concerns center around economics, finances, who's paying for this thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's get to that. $4.6 billion is the latest figure that we've heard in terms of what this will cost. I mean, is there any belief that maybe the benefits to the economy are going to outweigh the cost to taxpayers?
Yeah, and that's the part of the problem is that number came out when Rick Hansen had his committee who put the number forward. But since then, we've heard the administration say, oh, no, it's going to be higher than that. So if you express it in future dollars and use inflation, because inflation always plays havoc on costs, I've heard the number is more like 5.2 billion. And then you've also heard the wish list. Oh, well, we could get a new LRT to the airport, which would then be another substantial infrastructure cost. So I think those are the things that people are a little bit concerned about. We don't have a clear fix on the amount that is being spent. We don't have a clear fix on what happens with cost overruns. And I think that is really crucial because every other Olympics, especially the ones in recent years, have gone over by billions of dollars. You know, it's great to host a big party, big international party, big national party, but Calgary taxpayers don't want to be the ones that are stuck with the tab when it's all over. And there's nothing yet in the information that has put Calgarians' minds at ease. Until they get some of that certainty, I think you'll still continue to see support for the Olympics relatively soft.
An interesting talker today. We'll look forward to that conversation again from 9:30 to 12:30 on CHQR.